Welcome to Legal Dilemmas, where you will find clear, concise legal advice. My name is Safina.
And I'm Brenda.
Today's topic of conversation is the matter of holidays and going abroad with children. So what we're going to do is we've got a case scenario for you and we're going to look at that and try and answer it. So today's case scenario is contact and taking a child abroad where there is a child arrangement order in place by the courts. Mother has wanted to take the children abroad for over a month, wants to know, can she do this? What can Dad do?
Did you say there's a court order in place?
Yes, absolutely.
It depends how long she wants to go for. Now, if she wants to go for 28 days or less, technically and legally, the court order does allow her to travel abroad with the children.
Mm-hmm.
However, in practice, I would advise obtaining a signed letter of consent, whether she's going for 14 days, 28 days. She should have a letter of consent signed by father permitting her to travel. If it's more than 28 days, she'll need to have the consent regardless. Less than 28 days, even though the court order allows her to, there may be issues in relation to boarding the plane and getting off at the other end.
I think the issue here, Brenda, is that it's 30 days that she's looking to go abroad for. And I think if I can just add a little bit more information to this scenario, there's been quite an acrimonious split between the parties. So you've mentioned the letter of consent. What would you suggest then?
So I would suggest she emails him and requests he signs a letter of consent allowing her to travel abroad for 30 days. If he ignores it or refuses, then she will have to issue a court application. Now, the court application will be for permission to take the children abroad. The court will look at the scenario. More often than not, they do grant permission, and they usually like the itinerary to be given to the non-travelling parent. Of course, there will be costs involved, but if she does not want to pay fees, then she can issue the application form C100 in person. She has to try and resolve it without going to court, but if that is not possible, then she will be entitled to issue an application. And if there is some urgency, it can be considered as an emergency application.
I think the real issue, which you flagged up correctly, is the fact that she could not be allowed on the plane really with the child if she doesn't have this letter of consent, and so it is quite a risky business.
Yes, I would advise a letter of consent in all situations if you're travelling without the other parent. Sometimes children travel with aunties, uncles and grandparents, and then all persons with parental responsibility, usually the mother and father, should sign the letter of consent. Sometimes it's not asked for and other times it is. In my capacity as a notary public, I regularly sign off letters of consent for parents. They don't have to have them, but to be cautious, they do carry them in case any issues arise.
So that's it, everybody. Hopefully that's really helped you. Please share your experiences and comments in the box below. We do look forward to reading them. You may have had a different experience about taking your child abroad, or you may have a very specific scenario that you need guidance on. Remember, Legal Dilemmas, where you will find clear, concise legal advice.